Hello, my lords and ladies, and welcome to episode 13 of our Elden Ring painted series. This is going to wrap up the regular stuff, and we're going to be moving on to the big bosses after this one. So, stay tuned. First off, I want to thank all my YouTube members for your amazing contributions and always supporting the channel. Can't thank you guys enough. You guys are absolutely amazing. If this is your first time with the channel, or you're returning and just watch the videos but don't want to hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to keep going until the end of my time, which is hopefully about 40-something years from now. But without further ado, pretty easy video, just a little time consuming. Let's go. Alright, we are spray painting this entire thing in black. So you can use a rattle can, you can use your airbrush, whatever you would like. Airbrushing is better, but it does take a lot more time, and if you are short on time, rattle cans save you a bunch of time, which is what I did on this one. And it's just fine. I used Chaos Black from Citadel. You don't necessarily need to use that one, but it is a good product, so I do buy their products, even though they are pricey. In my opinion, a little bit too pricey, but their quality is amazing, so you gotta pay for quality sometimes. Alright, for the first color, we're going to use Mephiston Red. Now we're going to do this on the shield, halfway down, well, a little bit more than halfway, I guess. And we're going to put this on the front, crisscrossed, on our Godrick Knight that you will see here in the next frame. So take your time on this. This is a slow paint, because you got to be kind of in the lines, and you can't just slap paint anywhere you want. You got to be kind of careful and take your time. And since we are painting over black, it's typically 2 to 3 coats. So put a coat on, let it dry completely, put another coat on if you would like to move forward with another one. Third will usually wrap it up just fine, but it does take quite a bit. But the black undertone does give you a nice subtle darkness from below, and that's what we're going for. For the other half of our shield, now we try to make those lines as straight as possible with freehanding. We're using a little bit of Caliban Green. Now we're doing that again on the shield bottom. We're also going to use the same green that you'll see here in the next frame on the crisscross of the other side of our tabard for our Godrick Knight. Now there all are alternate drabs or uniforms that the Godrick Knight wears, but I just went with the basic one, the one I thought that looks the coolest with the crisscross green and red. I like it a lot, so here we are. Again, 2 to 3 coats. Take your time and just be very careful when doing this. Green you don't really have to worry about because it kind of blends in with the black. We're going to be going over with some brass and stuff here in a little bit. For the hair coming out of the helm, horse hair or whatever it is, we're just going to use some basic gray Seer. Now I had forgotten that the cape was the same color, so we're going with Caliban Green on that as well. Front and back, don't miss the front portion when you're staring at it. For the back side of the shield, we're going to go with that wood color, a little bit of Mournfang Brown. This took about 3 coats as well. You can keep it a little bit darker with the black undertone if you would like. It is up to you. Now for the most tedious part of painting this miniature, and it is the outlining of the shield, and yeah, this is kind of a pain. Not only is it a pain that you got to paint the top, which is the easiest part, you got to paint the insides as well. And what I mean by that is when you're staring from the top down or the bottom up, there's a little lip you got to paint as well, or it'll sort of look a little funny. So we're using brass balls from P3. Is a very nice, subtle brass color, but we are painting all of that. There's also a section we are painting on the chest. It's a little chest guard type thing. We're going to paint that on there as well. And don't forget the backside of the shield as well, around the brown. Again, this is going to take you a hot minute to do. Make sure you have a nice pointed tip brush, and you just take your time and enjoy it, because it is going to take a minute. And I almost forgot to mention, we are painting the bottom portions, the outlines of the tabard as well. So yeah. Alright, the one thing we're going to do that you're going to probably do or not do and say seems pointless is we're going to paint all of our armor in Iron Warriors. Now, it's really hard to see on top of that black, but trust me, you need to do it. And it gives you that nice subtle undertone of dark metallic underneath. We're also going to paint this on the metal portions of our spear as well. So, again, takes a minute, but it is worth it. Trust me, it is very worth it. We're also doing the belt buckles, the tiny little belt buckle as well. And our final color on our spear is going to be a battlefield brown. Pretty simple. Alright, starting with our wash step, we're going to take some Militarium Green and we're going to put this on the green area. So the cape, the green portion of the tabard, and the green portion of the shield. Just be careful on the shield. You don't want to get it onto the brass, as it will make it look like green brass. So we don't want that. For the red areas, we are doing in Carroburg Crimson onto the red areas. So put that on there, front tabard and the shield as well. Again, be careful, we don't want bright red brass. Alright, for the brass itself, all of our brass and brown areas, to include the spear shaft, we're going to go with some Agrax Earthshade. Now, if this spills over a little bit into the cracks and crevice, it's okay. It's not going to hurt it. We're going to go over the red and green with some highlights here in a little bit, so it's not that big of a deal. And finally, you're going to think this is a wasted step as well, but it's not. All of our metallics that we painted with the Iron Warriors with some Nulin Oil. So make sure you get all of those. It just dulls it down just a little bit, and that's what you want. You don't want it too bright. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Trust the process. It'll look fantastic in the end, trust me. Alright, after everything is dry, we're moving on to the highlights step, and we're going to be painting all of our green areas first with some Caliban Green. Now, I'm only focusing on the cape raised areas. Now, it looks very bright when you put it on, but trust me, when it dries, it kind of subtly puts into that Caliban Green. So, hit those raised areas on there, and we're going to do this on the tabard and on the shield as well. 2 to 3 coats should suffice on this. Alright, once you're satisfied with your first color, and this is a terrible shot, I don't know why I messed this all up, but we're doing a 50-50 mix of Straken and Castellan, and we're putting that all over the raised areas as well, along with the shield and the tabard, so brighten it up just a little bit. Alright, now we are not going as in-depth as we just did with the green as we are with the red. In the red, we are doing some Evil Sunz Scarlet. And we are putting this all onto the shield and tabard as well. Picking out some of the raised areas and just make them a little bit brighter. So we're not going to overdo it. That shield, I know there's some wash that is stained on there. You can just paint over that 2 to 3 coats and you should be just fine. And you have a nice looking shield after you're done matching the game art. Again, a terrible shot. Sometimes the brightness is just, I don't know what goes on with my computer and shooting some of this stuff. But we're going to go over it again with some gray Seer, just to brighten it up. If you want to do a Militarium gray or just some pure white, you could do that as well. Alright, to brighten up our shield and brass areas, we're going to do a little bit of a dry brush. Now, this is a very small brush that I have ruined over the years, so I took that, got some paint on it, and then just got most of it off, and then just did a quick dry brush over that raised areas of the shield and the front shield portion on the chest of our knight. It makes it stand out real nice, and that's kind of the focal point of this miniature is that shield, and it really sets it off. And I think it turned out pretty well, actually. Alright, the second most tedious part of this miniature is the armor. Now we're going to go with some Leadbelcher. If you want to go with some Mournfang steel, you could, or silver, whatever basic silver you got. Now, Leadbelcher over Iron Warriors is phenomenal, in my opinion. It is the best armor set looking shininess that I think anybody could do. So we're going to go over all of the armor areas. There is quite a bit. And when we paint the tip of the spear, we're only painting the top part in the Leadbelcher. We are not painting the bottom. That gives you that two-tone dark Iron Warriors versus the Leadbelcher on top, like as if the sun is hitting it from above. Makes it look very nice, and that armor is going to be bright, but this is a knight. You should have nice-looking armor. We don't want no busted knights looking like trash. We want them to look like they're in charge, know what they're doing. You know what I mean? We also get the belt buckles, the chainmail coming down from the groin area, and that should do it for that. For our belts, as the last highlight on our miniature before we do the base, is some Doombull Brown. Pretty simple. Alright, moving on to the base, just two colors here. We're going to take some Mechanicus Standard Gray, and we're going to put that on the rocks of our miniature base. Now, make sure you get all sides of those rocks. There are several of them, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. And we're just going to paint those with some of that gray. And finally, we are going to put some XV88 as the dirt on here. Now, once I did the entire miniature with this dirt color of XV88, I put a little bit of a wash of Agrax Earthshade on there just to dull it down so it wasn't so bright, and then it makes it look nice. No highlights on that, no dry brushing, just put the wash on there, dull it down, and you are good to go. And that is it. I know we didn't paint the rim of the base because that's your favorite part, but it's already in black, so we saved ourselves some time. Yay us. But that's it. Again, the focal point is the shield. The shield is what makes the miniature look really good. So now if you're painting all of these, they are going to take some time, but now you have a scheme to do it in, and here are your directions on how to do it. So yeah. But as always, thank you for watching. If you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit the bell so you get alerted whenever we get a new video out. And I just want to say thank you again to all my YouTube members for your amazing donations to help support this channel. It is something I truly enjoy and want to continue on doing for a long time. So if you want to stay along the ride, again, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Paint on.